Bruh.
Is this your homework, Larry?
Bruh.
Hey, traders, welcome to the stream. Episode, oh man, I've like stopped putting episodes on there, my bad. Crap, I don't know, it's episode 1000 and something. Thanks for being here. You know, we got a sell-off on Bitcoin. Or really just what happened was a square up, you know. You sold off to where the price started taking off, 11,924, no lower. Really, if anything, it's still a higher low than the previous low. And I mean, if you really start pivoting here on the 4 hour, man, a low on price, a higher low on price, really, already maybe starting to work on hidden bullish divergence. What a joke, dude. I mean, the sell-off, if you think about it, look at the trend line of like that triangle or whatever. Right, you fell below it, you're trying to break back above it. But really, it's that 11,981 area that is so important, right? That's the battleground support resistance from 2019, 1 year ago. Can't remember if it was on the daily or just the 4 hour where traders settled up. Yeah, okay, on the daily where traders settled up 11,981. We're above that. We closed the last 4 hour candle above it. So this is great. I mean, you stay above this long enough, you'll eventually run up the test 12,312 again. Pretty simple. The good news, I guess, on the daily is the fact that, you know, despite this sell-off today, you're recovering pretty well, and hidden bullish divergence could still be in the mix. I mean, I might have already started playing out. But this is good, man. A low on price, a much higher low on price, with much higher levels of negative momentum and pending price action continuation to the upside. I mean, the daily looks fine. Still looks kind of like gold, doesn't it? Before gold went insane. Yep. You know that if you watch the stream, the comparative analysis and stuff. It's 1,085. Thanks, Viscous, man. Maybe I should go ahead and do that real quick before I forget. Okay, perfect. Easy fix. So yeah, BAT is just killing it. S&P 500 all-time highs. So like, you know, we start the stream with Bitcoin, right? I mean, it's just it is not the centerpiece of conversation at all, even though every day it's Bitcoin Live. We did that for the SEO so new people can find us, and we showed dimmed away. All right, I didn't even know technical analysis existed, but it does. All right. So let's go to the S&P real quick, just so you can see it, and then we'll go to BAT after that. But here it was. Not on the 4 hour, unfortunately. Yeah, you didn't get that on the 4 hour, but on the daily, you certainly did. The highest level where traders settled up in the history of the S&P 500. We can scale in like crazy, so you can at least just see it and be like, hey man, I didn't know that. Right here. The highest level where traders settled up in history was on the date of February 19th of this year. It was right around 33.86. As you can see, where traders settled up today, $33.89.80. So intraday, you also hit all-time highs at $33.95, where before we were only at $33.93. So intraday and at close, stock market, you can now say with certainty has 100% recovered from the Corona crash lows, which is just nothing short of amazing, right? That's pretty crazy. So still showing that bearish divergence though on the daily, right? I mean, it's there, and you're just waning on positive momentum. So we could reverse here soon, or money printer go burr, and we break out back test and then continue on this crazy asset bubble. Well, man, you can test all this to infinite liquidity. Complete sedation of volatility with infinite liquidity. Wow. Top performer today, you know, Jeff Bezos. He does a wonderful job of looking like an antagonist from a movie, right? That was him on the thumbnail. Amazon top performer, up 4.09%, 33.12.49 to close today. We can look at that too, but let's look at basic attention token, since it's up 16%, a lot more than Amazon, right? It's up 16%. It was not like that. It must be at the highs, or near the highs. Excuse me. My daily, been looking at this in the 4 hour and the weekly here. But I mean, just to reiterate, the trading range trade set up August 2nd. Earlier today, it was up 42% from the entry of the trade. It's now up, it's got to be 50% or more on this new move. What are we hitting right here? You have to, let's go to the weekly and look at it. It's real. Broadening bottom-esque. Look at this, man. All right, since we sold off and we started creating highs and lows, like you can see this upsloping resistance right here being tested. So, I mean, breaking that, you got the local highs, the wick high, 39 cents. But really, I mean, that next target after 30 cents, like really, the big area is 44 cents. We're getting closer and closer. So what was the, we can bring it up real quick. I mean, it's absolutely ludicrous. It's beautiful though. What could you even have an issue with, man? Right, here it was. It was handed to you on a silver platter. If you were a patron, at least on the second. You had a few days, too. You had multiple days to take an entry on this. The bullish divergence, the bottom of a trading range, the springs, the back test of the springs, the one bottom, the second bottom. Weird, man. Okay. Something's up. Boom. It's way beyond, targets, of course, but broke 33 cents, or broke 30 cents, then 33. Those are big resistance points. Once you break that, you go straight up the next one. You can. So, perfect, man. Perfect. It's a dream. So everything else, though, on the day is pretty much down. I mean, ZRX now starting to recover. Engine starting to recover. Everything got hit pretty hard last night, or this morning, on Bitcoin selling off. But it's weird, man. It was like the S&P 500 at the beginning of the day, like, started near all-time highs, then, like, dumped, and then you could see crypto kind of go with it, and S&P just meandered most of the day and finally got there. And you can thank Tesla and Amazon and microchip technology and Salesforce and Google, right? You can thank tech for the S&P 500 getting to all-time highs. That's it, man. They drove the market today. Retail, it made things a lot more difficult. Where Kohl's was devastated. I think it's like bad numbers. Yeah, I don't know. It's the top loser today. So let's look at Amazon real quick. Incredible, dude. Just real quick. We're just hopping around because these are notable things that happened today before everyone leaves or gets bored or whatever. Where's my Pundy coin, man? Here is your beautiful, beautiful uptrend on Amazon. Getting up 4.09% today. Kind of broke a local high that was being manufactured July 21st. I'm sorry, what is that? Yeah, July 21st, July 30th, and then you had August 6th, right? It was kind of like a sell wall with accumulation. Jeff Middleman, I'm in the chat, let's go. Thank you, Jeff, dude.
Is that a joint?
Bruh.
Thank you, man. Please be sure to single the Patreon to the Discord. And please have the mindset as a new patron. You're in it to learn and invest in yourself. You must apply yourself, all right? Thank you, dude. That puts us at 606 patrons, a new all-time high. Really, really appreciate that, dude. And Higurashi, thank you for joining about an hour ago. Also, Crypto World, thank you for joining about 3 hours ago. All right, so we had a few new patrons today. Y'all amazing, okay. So, I mean, that's, look, you closed at, did we close at all-time highs on the 4? I think we did on the daily. Oh yeah, you closed at all-time highs on the 4 hour, the highest level where traders set it up. And also the daily, right here, by far the daily. It wasn't even a question. Even gapped up. And look at that, you're about to go positive on momentum again. And you just got all this room to run. 3,500 seems very, very possible in time. And then maybe even 4,000. You broke 3,000. What's next? 4,000. You broke 2,500. What's after that? 5K. I mean, this asset bubble could continue on. Pretty wild, dude. So much liquidity. Okay, that. Amazon.
Appreciate the updates daily, brother. You the man. What would be a good entry point for BAT, or is it late? Can't decide between BAT or XRP.
Far too late on BAT. Far too late. Vchain. As you know, I even just now showed you where there were very viable entry targets, right? For a long. Well beyond it. right now on the daily, I mean, even on the 4 hour, it's kind of just like a straight line up. There's no strategy in taking a long on BAT besides just pure degen gambling. You're butting up against some upsloping resistance that's visible on the weekly. That's a supply line. Those aren't good areas to be buying an asset, even if it does go up more, because you're playing the numbers game as a trader. You play the numbers game and you keep just going long for no reason. You'll lose all your money and you'll quit trading. You'll think it's fake, it's Fugazi, all that before you even are shown the right way. So, not sure what I can say about that. XRP, it down 3% today. We can just look at it now since you asked. Beautiful. Love you, Amazon. You're amazing. QQQ tattoo win, dude. XRP. So nothing too bad. I mean, this actually was okay. I mean, it was actually okay. I mean, the bullish engulfing candle was kind of like a buying signal at 29.75 cents, 30 cents. In terms of a swing trade, you ran up, you sold off. Not too bad. Nothing's. There's no like buying indication right now unless we pivot like Bitcoin. If XRP begins to pivot like Bitcoin right now, then you're gonna end up having some close quarter hidden bullish divergence. So it could be impending price action continuation the upside. This ran up, hit the top of the structure. You know if how to measure moves of descending broadening wedges. You don't measure the size of the structure. It always the measure move on descending broadening wedge is the top of the pattern. When it started, it was the inception of it. So I mean that pretty much, you could extend. I saw some people extending it out, treating the top of the. Okay, well either way, that target was achieved. But in terms of where we were, you can clearly see I have this target set up at 34.3 cents because from there, with a stop loss, it really wasn't too equitable to be having a stop loss right below 29 cents and then taking profit or exiting the trade at 32.6. I don't think you had enough reward to risk. It was like you were risking far too much to not win near enough. So that's why my target was this up here, 34.3 cents. I think we did some risk reward education on this on stream. So it's okay. It's all on Bitcoin because it's now mimicking Bitcoin identically on the MACD and kind of RSI. So pray for Bitcoin if you're an XRP fan and you want this trade to actually eventually hit 34 cents. But I think we hit 32.675 cents and break it, dude. We could see eventually 40 cents in time. And in the context, you can't tell on the 4 hour. You have no idea on the 4 hour. Just go to weekly. Very easy, dude, on the weekly. We can get above this area that we failed to break like 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. This is the 4th week we have failed to break the major overhead resistance around 30 cents, 31 cents, right? That's why it was a profit-taking level in the position trade. Just so happened, as soon as it broke out, within less than a week, it hit that target. It happened real fast, violently. So now you're just consolidating, butting up against that major resistance. If you do break this on XRP, there's not, even at this target, 35.3 cents, pretty moderate. I think you'd go way above that, just based on there's just not much of that much. There's not that much resistance above where you are right now. 32. It's like the 30 to 32 cent range is like a steel wall. You break that steel wall, you could see 40 cents. I mean, 46 cents on the weekly is a target. So you were talking about BAT or XRP, and you put a gun to my head and said you have to pick right now lowest risk to reward of those two. That's it. You can't say, I don't know, man. Maybe we'll look for something else. I can't say that. Well, then you say maybe XRP on the 4 hour. That's it.
Can we take a gander at Vchain? Smiley face.
Vchain doing things.
Sure, Ubi. We can. Oh, in case you don't know, there's a new variation. It's still kind of work in progress. There are a couple kinks we have to get worked out in the jar. But if you tip $23 now, I'm trying to get more, jar emojis and everything's like crypto, but it's like that's not the heart and soul of this stream. So we're stocks, gold, everything. We now have a Nike logo. If you tip $23, Michael Jordan, right? My dad and me, so 23 is a Nike swoosh. And we're just trying to get more stocks, more things besides crypto that can fall in the jar, so just letting you know. Gotta get a key for that, like updated, so we can put it like on the Discord or something. Because our website, we just don't really use it ever. So, okay, Vchain. Let's just start on the weekly, I guess. Whatever. Down 3.5%. Remember, thrusted through major resistance. The good news is, I guess on the weekly, the candle high, the big area that is such a big, wow. And then remember we talked about that before, rising 3 methods, bullish continuation pattern, 5 Japanese candlestick continuation pattern. You got it, but you haven't really gone anywhere since it became confirmed on a close. You've just been selling off, and that's okay. But so the weekly, nothing to worry about until we get a weekly close below 1.7874 cents. So still okay for now. Weekly showing no exhaustion by the bulls, but it does look like it's kind of been topping out. Momentum's waning. You know what happens when momentum starts like doing that? We start getting sideways movement or even more selling. But as you can see on one of the most significant time scales, you don't have too much to worry about until 1.78 cents is broken on a Sunday, right? With a close. So you could continue sideways for a while. The daily showing classic bearish divergence, right? Very, very extreme bearish divergence. But man, look what you're doing on the freaking daily, dude. All that bearish divergence, and you're still somehow holding this support resistance zone looking left. Dude, I'm telling you, if you see bearish divergence like this on the daily, on like in a bearish trend, look out, dude. This could drop. I mean, not this right now because the conditions are extremely bullish now, but like you see this, you could see 30% drop on something like this. Like that's the stuff like in 2018 on Bitcoin we were looking at, and then we would get like severe sell-offs where Bitcoin would go from like 10, 12K to 6K. You see this stuff, all right? But it's educational, and it's also great to regard that the trend we're in makes this a lot weaker, and it would underperform. There's a higher probability it would underperform, and it is currently, and it's holding on for dear life to a support. So 4 hour now. Man, this thing is like remember, it's like a head and shoulders, but then it became a dragon, and then it double bottom, and then ran up, and then Bitcoin dumped, and it went with Bitcoin. But wait a second, isn't Vchain supposed to pump when Bitcoin's dumping? Someone get out the TA, someone get out the crypto Rubik's Cube, you know? You just had a kind of a Harami engulfing candle on the last 4 hour close. You're kind of holding above that demand line there, I guess. Not much of an edge. It looks actually kind of similar to Engine Coin. And we kind of like Engine Coin. So if you can stay above 1.88 cents, you'll be fine. As that was determined on the daily, and 1.78 cents on the weekly. So this is still above very critical support resistance on significant time scales. And it's barely hanging on to the 4 hour, man. All right. So it's not, I mean, you say, all right, once we get a candle close below 1.88 cents, then we can say it's kind of over for Vchain for a while, but for now it's just alligator blood, right? Hanging around.
Someone compared early cycle of BAT with Chainlink back in 2018, which is extremely identical. I want to see your analysis on this. To next call on BAT.
Okay, remember, listen to what you're saying, Faruka. Remember, Mark Douglas. I know I get comparative analysis and stuff in like, you know, real time, like gold and Bitcoin. The way the charts look are just crazy. But like Chainlink from 2018 and BAT, I don't know, man. Each market situation is unique. And you can clearly see that we made money off of BAT, not by doing comparative analysis on Chainlink in 2018, but by looking at the chart at hand, right? So wouldn't you be more interested to talk about that? Like, hey man, how did you, what was your thought process when you did that BAT trade setup, right? Because I would like to learn more versus, hey, some guy did a comparative analysis on an asset during a completely different trend, different circumstances. COVID didn't even exist in 2018. Nothing was the same. It was so different. So how, you know, at least with gold and Bitcoin, that analysis I do constantly, it's the same market conditions near the same time frame, right? So my thoughts on it, like, meh, completely different times, different situations, and I'm gonna stick with the charts in the real time, okay? Thank you, Ubi, man. So hang on to 1.8 cents on Vchain, and we could be kings, okay? Dude, that's really... Can y'all hear this beeping? They're beeping again, my neighbors across the street. They're doing like... They're replacing their windows now, right? I replaced all my windows, trend setting, across the street. Okay. Okay, let's go to Ethereum. What are you worried about? Everyone's scared on Ethereum. Everything is beautiful, man. Everyone's like, it's a double top. It's like, yeah, it could be double top. Remember, the trend we're in is unbelievably bullish. So you right now are saying, I'm arrogant enough to call a top on Ethereum right now, when all it's doing is backtesting the local high from August 2nd as support once more. And from the low to the slightly higher low, you have higher levels negative. I mean, it's kind of like hidden bullish divergence. Yeah, on the RSI, it's very clear there's hidden bullish divergence if we stay pivoted, and this is the bottom, right? Hidden divergence. Dang it. I forgot to mention.
Jordan here.
It's not for super chats yet. It's only for stream elements.
Appreciate all you do. Also loving my classic RTTA pullover. Still need to post that in #merch.
JN Viewer, thank you for the 23 super chat. Look, man. So the way stream elements works, they've got different variations, different types of tips. And so super chat doesn't fall under the same umbrella of where I put all the work in today to stream elements. I'll implement it. But sorry about that, man. But I really do appreciate the contribution. The Litecoin jar, right? Sorry, dude. Yeah, you should post your merch in the tab in Discord. Discord. You know what Discord is, right, everyone? Healer? 7,500 members, and like, I think we only need like 5 more members, and we have 7,500. Here's the link. Join us. If you want to learn more about technical analysis, trading, you want to be in a community of like-minded individuals that care about those things, being logical, using rationality versus Portnoy Moonboy pumps. What's a Bitcoin? Can I make my own coin? All in on OXT. That's a great influencer, dude. Real good. How many people follow him? 1 million plus, and they're listening to that crap, dude. Wow. I mean, do people get in these influential, you know, what position I'm in, and they don't think about other people, what they could do to someone's life?
No request.
With what they
Just
say?
Thanks for your effort in education is noobs. Thank you.
Jurgen, thank you, man, for the 549 pound super chat. Really appreciate it. And thanks for the, what is it, 1,300 people here? I know people got questions. We're just looking at Ethereum, second largest crypto asset, right? And it's kind of, if we can hold this local high as support again, then we will have hidden bullish divergence on Ethereum, which is good. That implies impending price action, continuation to the upside from here, and that's how it could turn into us hitting our 100% measured move of the ascending triangle that was identified, plotted, everyone was pinged, right? It was on live stream, it was everything, dude, right? So we haven't quite gotten there, but don't lose hope yet. The patient man wins in these markets. He always does. Okay? There we go. Excellent. Members joining. Thank you, Bumpy. Appreciate that. Okay, so Ethereum, just remember, what are you worried about? What are you worried about when you go to the monthly? My God. Monthly may not be done. Look at this, dude. We got 13 days. You're in the midst of a breakout. It's not confirmed yet. See manifest, let's go.
Is that a joint?
Bruh.
Wow, Mr. Manifest, thank you, dude. Please be sure to sync with the Patreon to the Discord. If you don't, it's like joining a fraternity and not ever going to the fraternity house. All right, you want to go. Dang, dude. That's 607? Dang, we're just getting closer and closer to the golden retrace, 618. That's where Bitcoin went to last year. The buying climax, like almost $14,000. We're approaching it, dude. So, I mean, this should give you a little solace here if you're worried on the 4 hour. Nothing to worry about, man. Like, you got the upside potential, $600 to $923. Right? Those are very decent profit-taking levels if you're patient. If you're not patient, hey, man, there are probably unlimited day trader live streams and communities you can join and do stuff there, right? But for the patient man, in time, we're talking $600 plus on Ethereum, assuming the bull cycle isn't a huge bamboozle. How do we know we're in a bull trend now? Well, we just kind of found out in a way. Right here. I mean, this is kind of how you know you're in a new bull trend. Where traders, the highest level where traders set it up, I mean, the strongest resistance possibly ever built in Bitcoin's history. I'd say that because of the price we're at now, right? The stakes are much higher. That's why I'm saying it's the most important. You broke it 2 weeks ago, and last week you just spent time back testing it as support. So when you break overhead resistance, we broke these.
China to me, China.
Keep it up, King.
What's up, Benji? Thanks for the 382 Fibonacci contribution. Cheers, dude. But right, what is it? How do we know a trend has reversed when you're consistently breaking previous highs and back testing them and running again? So we just broke the most important one that exists, right? That's how you know bull trend could very well be here now, and it's hard to argue with that or deny it. Right? Once you broke 10,500, that was kind of like the beginning. But we knew, hey, we've done that throughout history multiple times, and once we got to this new level, like the 11,463 area, yeah, you can spend time above it, but nothing matters until you break it with confirmation and back test it. And we have now. So fundamentals are all-time highs. They've been all-time highs, and Bitcoin was at much lower prices. So that remains real. So a bull trend, a confirmed bull trend, Bitcoin's in right now until we fall back below 11,463 and confirm prices below it on a weekly close. That's how we know we're not quite in a bull trend yet. For now, we are. Okay? You just needed to reiterate that because I think people might be confused, especially newer people, right? So 12,071 on Bitcoin. What's up, Blitzkrieger 98? Lighting Warfare Connect. Don't really care what you think about me, Mick Moth, but no monetization for these live streams for 2.5 years doing it. I've never monetized my live streams. They are, well, that one stream when I was shadow banned, we were trying to figure out a way to get unshadow banned, right? But that was it. I couldn't do it. Went right back to copyright music. It's a 100% crowdsourced community, so. Oh, y'all want to look at Link, dude? Okay. Guess what? It's not $20. Look at that. How nice is it, right? Simple TA. There's like, what'd you do, man? You finally hit 20 bucks. You reversed, and what'd you do? You ran down and tested $15. Psychological support resistance, 10, 15, 20, 25. Easy. Easy on this one. Some good news. No, maybe. Nah. It's really not clear now. You know, trying to say or claim hidden bullish divergence. Because look at this low. I mean, this histogram island was very real right here. You were at 1665. Now you're at 1585. So the hidden bullish divergence isn't real. It's not. Kind of a bullish pin bar. I think the wick on the top might be too large. But I mean, again, you're still at just two nuclear levels. Like, it's not. For swing trade, there's thousands of assets we can look at for an edge. Link's just meh. Glad you brought my guy. Let's go.
Is that a joint?
Bruh.
Well, Mr. Galactic, thank you, dude. Please be sure to sing the Patreon, the Discord. You got to. 608 patron strong. So just 10 more for the 618 golden retrace, Fibonacci, the reciprocal of the golden mean ratio. Beautiful. Just drinking my own coffee, man. You know I do that. So yeah, I mean, like, your negative momentum's beginning to wane off $15. It was, you know, it was funny. Remember, we had a break, hook, and go confirmation off that psychological support resistance. Beautiful. And what did it manifest into? $20 eventually. You were patient. So now, meh. Have fun, you know, trying to buy Link at 15 bucks. Because it could go back to $20, or it could make a lower high attempted rally and then dump 15 and break and go down to 10, or maybe even 12.30. So, still kind of playing a little bit with fire. Very bullish trend, man. I mean, it's like kind of the most popular altcoin in crypto right now, isn't it? Because of its price action. And I think, though, it might just be the beginning, where we're going to get many other S coins that do similar things to Link in time. Because, hello, we just looked at Bitcoin on the weekly. If the bullish cycle has just begun for Bitcoin with confirmation, why would it end with Link and this capital doesn't go into other S coins to pump them to parabolic levels too? You think Portnoy or whatever, he's just the beginning too. He's kind of, you know, news travels fast. You're, oh my God, this thing's pumping. Oh, Orchid is pumping. Wow, there's going to be more of him that come into the market over time. The cycle has just begun, assuming the weekly Bitcoin chart does not bamboozle us, which we know nothing is certain on these markets, so we must remain cognizant of that 11,463 support. Again, on the weekly. Next is, yeah, Dollar Tree pulled back. It happens, man.
Are you still bullish on Dollar Tree? DLTR?
Yeah, it's fine, man. Yeah, completely fine. What happened, man? It broke out, as discussed, literally yesterday on stream when we were looking at it at its highest points. I said it. You have video evidence. You can go watch the stream yesterday. Okay, we broke out. There's a gap here, and there's a, you know, support resistance. So what could happen is we get, yeah, it was the joke, getting two birds stoned at once. Right? You would fill the gap and back test that area as support. You did that today. Wow, it's freaking uncanny, isn't it? So you're still broken out, but yeah, you're struggling above the $100 area. Yeah, just had a pullback down 0.42%. Why being down 0.42% after just back testing the breakout, kind of verifying that it's real? Why would I go bearish on this now, right? No changes besides good stuff. Back tests. Confirmation that what was once resistance is now support. And that's all I'm getting from it. Good. No, Dollar Tree is far from all-time highs. Very far away. All-time high is way up here, dude. Like 120, 119. Gap fill, coincidentally, is the 100% measured move of the structure we broke out of a few days ago. Lines up perfectly. Too perfectly.
It's China to me. China.
Thank you, mate. I'm learning a lot. 0.01000000
Is that a joint?
ETH.
Linus, thank you for the $4.26 of Ethereum. Adding to the bags, man. The crypto bags. Thanks, dude. I'm glad you are. That's the whole point, right? I go live for a purpose, right? To kind of keep you up to date on what's happened across the markets every day, notable stuff, and then try to keep you grounded on the pump days, try to keep you grounded on the dump days, right? Remember, we have to have emotional balance in these markets. The worst of times, you must stay balanced. The best of times, you must stay balanced, because this shall soon come to pass. That's, what is it, King Solomon? Everything will realign itself to the center. So you don't want to be going with, I mean, when you're doing that, right, when you're like, your emotional levels are following the markets, which so many of you do that, you're getting played by the markets, right? Right, you're chasing, you're dumping, like you're selling your position on a dump, right, with not much of a strategy. You must be emotionally balanced as a trader. Are we cool? Think we are, man. Galactic saw that, man. Thank you so much, dude, for joining and saying something in the live chat. Really appreciate it, okay? Yeah, engine holding strong. Let's go. ZRX is moving. Yeah, it's up almost 4%. It was down. It was, everything was in the red except BAT earlier. Now we're getting a little light.
What's up, Mitch? Sorry, I'm gonna be that guy. What's going on with Digibyte?
Only good things, man. Right? I mean, well, it just depends when you started looking at Digibyte, because all it did, man, was this right here. It's beautiful, dude. I mean, it's like something you could print out, frame, put on your wall, and be like, this is a textbook example of an ascending triangle that hits targets like the Jesus man. Kind of double topped at 38.04 cents. Obviously, no edge, really. I mean, I guess you could start arguing and saying hidden bullish divergence, but what if you just keep selling off, right? Yeah, it's there, though. There is a little bit of hidden bullish divergence. Just sound a little arrogant, okay? That's very real. And even on the RSI, you got a little bit, right? Let's go.
Is that a joint?
Bruh.
Thank you, David, dude. Welcome. Please be sure to sync up your picture on the Discord. You got to, man. Thank you. So, I mean, yeah, you could reverse here and run to higher prices. It's possible. But to say it's a low risk entry area for a trade, no. No, dude. No. My God.
Hey Mitch, stay strong on WFC? Asking for a scared friend.
We'll look at it, Bell later. Man, it sucks, man, about airline companies, financials, right? Restaurants, entertainment. Really, really tough on those, right? Because look at tech. Look at the assets that are kind of... The asset classes are being extremely rewarded for, like Amazon, right? I mean, NVIDIA, semiconductors, video game companies, right? They're being rewarded. Because look at their revenues. Look at it. They weren't really that affected. I mean, the other ones are still beaten down, and yeah, like you're showing bullish recovery stuff like Gartley's and ascending triangles and all that. But remember, we're talking about trading, and this think about. Even if like a trade setup's posted on it, like Capital One, right? You just gotta think, how do we try to? The best things we can do as traders, we look at. What do we look at the first time? Like the major index funds. How are they? Okay, they're bullish trends, and they close at all-time highs today. Okay, so then we look at the sector. Is the sector bullish? Bank industry? Nope. What about the underlying asset? Is it bullish? No, not really. Now it's looking like it's getting ready to reverse. Okay, on the 4-hour and daily, maybe a little bit. So macro, the sector that the asset's in, and then the underlying asset itself. You want to have 3 check marks. You want to have a bullish trend in the macro. We got that. You want the bullish trend in the sector. We don't have that in like banks. We don't have that retail. We don't have that in airlines or cruise companies. And we don't have that. I mean, we might have bullish stuff on the underlying asset, but that makes, right, when you don't have the check marks, the other check marks, it can make the trade a lot weaker. It really can. Despite how beautiful a Gartley looks, right? So you got to do the check marks. Remember that. If you're trading equities. And it probably is the same for crypto. I mean, we think about the macro is just Bitcoin itself. It's Bitcoin and a bull trend. All right, 1 check mark. It's kind of tough though. What sector? They're all S coins, speculative S coins. But hey, we got DeFi, right? We got privacy coins. We got different sectors. But there aren't too many. I mean, I don't know what the other sectors are, but Normally they just all follow Bitcoin anyway. It's a little different in crypto. Okay. Is that a, you know, we'll look at it.
Hey Mitch, can you please look at INTC,
Yeah.
Intel? Appreciate your patience and guidance.
Speaking of guidance, Intel destroyed. Wasn't it like a bullish bat maybe? Like it was a meme, a joke? We'll look at Intel, Wells Fargo. What was the other one? Yeah, we were just... Oh, did you buy it? I mean, again, what are you worried about? What can I do here, man? You're kind of setting me up for failure to try to act like, oh yeah, it's time to buy, man. No, dude, the time to buy was down here. My God. You had a hidden bullish divergence on the premature breakout, higher low above the 200 moving average. Did you buy it to BTC? Give me a break, dude. This was freaking handed to you on a silver platter. I don't even know. Did you buy it to BTC? This was like literally posted in charts only. Everyone was pinged. There was a patron at the time. It was, unfortunately, it was posted August 2nd, so we had a lot of FOMOers. But hey, man, you got to be able to navigate the Patreon to see these things. Everyone was pinged, you know? It was like, this was it, dude. Look, ascending triangle. You even had this like scrubby fell out of the triangle, but wasn't fooling me at all stuff. A second confirmation low here. It was perfect. You were back inside the triangle. Still haven't hit your target yet, but patient man wins, right? Patient man wins. See at 335 eventually. And that shows you too. US dollar pairs. Kind of a lot better than BTC pairs. I mean, if you were a patron from before this month, right? It's not like Matthew D and us hadn't been just like screaming about DGB to USD anyway. It was perfect as a ascending triangle, dude. Okay, what was it next? Was Wells Fargo, which we already kind of started on Wells Fargo with that conversation of what to do. Yeah, man, this is. I think about it. The stock market hit all-time highs. The S&P 500 all-time highs today. NASDAQ all-time highs today, and you got financial sector doing this. It looks like a good dragon. In a bullish trend, this would be to Jesus. It would already maybe hit the 382 in a bullish condition. But Warren Buffett, remember, he exited huge positions. What was it, this weekend or last weekend? Of Wells Fargo itself. This one right here. So, failing to launch, not dead yet. I think you don't want to be messing with Wells Fargo below $23. But yeah, down 1.76% today. Yeah, good setup, but terrible sector to be trading in for longs. Hopefully that helps. I mean, your friend can be scared. I mean, for good reason, because it's this, right? If this was the S&P 500, it'd be right up here. But anyway, it's different. You can't compare because this all-time highs was back 07, 08, right? For Wells Fargo and all the other banks. So apples to oranges. Okay. We already talked about it. So your friend maybe, hey, it's not a very good sector to be in this current climate. Tech. Killing it. Wells Fargo cut their dividends to half. Wow, man, that's great, dude. Great for this, Cabo. So Intel, man, I haven't looked at Intel in a minute. Yeah, you had not even hit the 886 yet. This is the joke we were talking about, right? What could it be? All right, well, let's just wait then for 46 bucks. It still looks like, let's wait. It's like a bear flag, dude. Isn't it like kind of a bear flag on the, maybe the even the daily? Like, you just think about the gap down as just a huge red candle. So a huge red candle down with some bearish consolidation. No help on the oscillators. This is what we're talking about. It's all set up now. Perfect. Where you know you didn't hit it, the PCZ. So what can happen? We're going to sell off and come down here. And this is what we can get, right? Eventually, right? And then we could get bullish divergence at the pattern completion zone of the huge harmonic pattern, right? And that's looking for an edge. We don't have one yet. Sorry. Looking for an edge. So one must, I mean, I think probably wait. The daily, dude, can set you free. Wait for this. Isn't the same thing we did with KNC? You just won't wait, right? Gain an edge. Like having just, we're not at the PCZ, and maybe by the time we get the PCZ, we'll have an edge. That's it. Phil, I know you're hopefully you're watching because you asked about that earlier, but you know, again, the worst time to try to contact me about anything, especially charts, is like the last 30 minutes before stream. I'm doing things, getting ready for stream, a lot of different things. Okay, so we wait, still on Intel. They got wrecked. Remember that head and shoulders pattern that made the their earnings like made the pattern happen? Jeez. Discord link, of course, just gonna be continuing to post that. Did we get over 7,500s? I think we did. We did it. 7,510 members. Y'all are amazing. I really appreciate it. And thanks for all the new YouTube subs too, man. This past month has been incredible growth. And we're only like 15 subscribers away from 33,500. So if you're out there, you hit that sub button. Let's get that over the goal line today. Why not? We got 1 hour and 50 seconds until your daily candle close. Where Bitcoin did take a pullback, but no technical damage has been done at all. Eturn says, can't wait to get it framed. Thanks for the live streams, community educational tools. Any idea when posters 2 and 3 will come out? Not sure. Wayne Batson is the man on that. He's got a lot going on IRL, so I implore, well, I don't know, I inquire for your patience on that. Thank you, Eturn. Enjoy your merchandise, and thanks for supporting the stream while you do it. Okay, so Intel, you get it. We're looking for an edge. We don't have one yet on the daily. I don't really care about the 4 hour based on the fact that the daily doesn't show me an edge. The 4 hours edge is only gonna maybe take us a little bit higher before we dump again, right? Something this big there has to be an edge on the daily, man. I'm sorry. So what was it? Let's go back to engine real quick. No, ZRX, then we can do engine. Yes, ZRX just back tested August 14th high as support and it's starting to bounce now. You know, hidden bullish divergence certainly starting to mature here. Wow. All right. And it's good to always identify this because if you're out there and you're watching, you're trying to get better, you're here for the right reasons to invest in yourself. You can get little, I don't know, refreshers on what is what, right? A low on price and then a higher low. The higher low, much higher levels, negative momentum. And you could say the same, argue the same thing on the RSI. So impending price action continuation, the upside is upon you, but it doesn't ensure that you're going to break your overhead resistance, which you just created. You could run up and test 60 cents again, which we already have and had an engulfing candle. But dude, I mean, like, what do you want here on this one? You know, ZRX. It's like it's played out. Like it's done what we've been. See, the thing is, man, like July. We've been talking about this for, I don't know, a couple months. The pattern developed at the top of a huge trading range, multi-year high trading range. I mean, this is not new stuff. So asking about ZRX now is like, why even? Who cares? It's doing exactly what we thought it would or should do if TA was going to be respected. All right, there it is on the daily. Beautiful. Hit its target, even exceeded it, and it went up to 60.97 cents. A wick high. June of 2018 levels. And no higher. And guess what, man? It almost, and on other exchanges, according to people, it did hit the 100% measure move of the weekly pattern. So, like, as a trader, what do you even want anymore? I mean, a position trader or swing trader, what do you want? Like, once it actually went and got going, it only took it almost pretty much only took 2 weeks to break out. So you spend all this time, 10 months, right? 10 months building a pattern, and then in 2 weeks, when it's finally done, it plays out. That's why you have to be like monitoring this stuff. You have to be looking at the 4 hour. Look, man, you see this on the weekly, you have no idea when it might start going. But then we go to the 4 hour and we see this DeJesus bullish Gartley being formed inside a huge ascending triangle on the daily. That's a buying signal. That's a signal saying this is how it's gonna get to these targets. It is time for ZRX. Weekly is, you know, it helps us understand like where we might be going next, but it could take a while. The 4 hour and the daily kind of help us strategize our entries for these more significant time scales. I had a patron asking about it, so. Already been a good stream, man. Somehow I've been live for an hour. Wow. How does this even happen? Little needs, oh my god, man. Really, really nice to see gold continuing to climb back over $2,000 again. All it did was go and kind of fall below 1920, 2011 all-time highs. Big bullish engulfing candle off the 200 moving average on the 4 hour, and then we kind of just back tested that old resistance support as support, and then we just been making higher lows, and we're attempting our rally. You do that so often, I mean almost all the time when you have a big dump like this. So will it turn into a lower high, a double top, or a higher high? I don't know. And technically, nah, we can't say there was any divergence there. There definitely was some form of, wow, there was hidden bullish divergence on the daily. You know what, look man, it was like a low here, right, that RSI valley, and then the higher low. And it was so bullish, there wasn't even a negative momentum. Right, so it was almost like you had it on both oscillators, and it's just playing out. Look at this engulfing candle 2 days ago. So attempting the rally off the hidden divergence, this is how you get it, right? You get a big run up, you sell off, big amount of negative momo, eventually you find support resistance. Well, where was that? Look left. The great combination, man, for continuations is when you do this, you break above resistance support, you dump, you back test support, and then you show hidden bullish divergence on a significant time scale. Great combination. And then what you look for, this wasn't the case here, but you look for this on the daily, hidden divergence, and then you look for the classic divergence on the 4 hour. That is it, man. That's like X marks the spot. That's what we look for, swing traders. That's the Jesus combo. Jeez, man, BAT. It's just like, how long are we just like, oh, BAT became a stable coin, chat. It almost was untradeable, you know. If my emotions would have gotten the best of me, I would not have posted that trade setup on BAT at the beginning of the month, because it was just like, oh god, how many times are we gonna do this? But it was just the spring, the back test, and now I mean it's up 50+% since the entry of that trade. Bitcoin's 12,043. We can go back to it for a second. It's going up, it's going down. But the very important thing, I think, is 11,981. We closed the last 4 candle above it, and we're attempting to stay above it. And if we really start pivoting here, then hidden bullish divergence is going to be like immediate on the 4 hour, and that kind of lines up with how it is on the daily already. Are y'all here, chat? People out there? What is it? 1,400 people tuned in. We got like 5 people chatting. If you're out there and you're lurking, I guess, say something if you want. See how fast we can make chat spam. Just trying to keep y'all awake, man. I don't know. I feel like everyone fell asleep or something. All right? Too many people watching and no chat. I should dumb down my content and make it less, you know, where people have to concentrate on what I'm saying. Would y'all like that?
Bruh.
All right, man. We got some people in here, dude. Now it's like a normal stream. Oh, is that it? Most people are shy. Why? No, not in other streams. Other streams, people are extremely typey. What's up, J Bars and Gratman, Akshay? All right, we can move on. Oh, it's a strong silent type like Pat Cooper, dude. Yeah, chat is Pat Cooper today.
Bruh.
What was it? Engine Connect? Oh boy, Jeffrey.
Can we look at SXP?
Oh
Like
boy.
USC on Binance.
Can't believe you've done this, man. Thanks for the 10. Here, at your request, there was hidden bullish divergence on the 4 hour. But look at this, man. All right, you had it here, and look, you kept making lower lows while it kept maturing. It's just like, it's really tough, man, to gauge that. But yeah, nice move up. But now you're engulfing the downside. Like, you're attempting a rally. Rally might be over or not. Dude, again, right? Wasn't it like down here we were talking about swipe? If it ever broke out, if it ever broke 228, or maybe the Satoshi number, these are the targets, dude. Look what it's done, man. Like, stupid.
We appreciate the daily stream as Mitch.
Scuba Stream, thank you for the 3.6 broken. Not great, not terrible. Thank you, comrade.
Nothing like osmosis learning on Mitch TA. Learn those chart patterns in your sleep while Mitch PR rattles on all the knowledge. Lurking most of the stream today. Smile.
Thank you, Nefaris, for the elite contribution. Thanks, everyone. 100% crowdsourced stream. Well scoded. So you did really look. Oh my God! Look, we had a 3618 fib extension, Jeffrey. 495. I mean, you got $5. It's eventually where Tezos could go, and KNC if the cycle continues bullish. So we get rid of those targets, nice, and we just for now all we can really do is just Fibonacci your high to the low, and you can see what we did, a 50% retrace, and you're reversing, right? The most common retrace before reversal occurs. Let's see what happens. No edge for a trade right now on the 4 hour or the daily. Nice bullish engulfing candle on the daily though. But what do you want? Again, there is no edge. Like there's no, I can't apply my technical analysis on SXP and give you an edge for a nice trade, a swing trade. The variables just aren't there. So I'm not going to pretend they are there. There's no XA, BCD. There's no dragon stuff, right? I mean, how are you going to plot a dragon? I don't know where the there is no discernible two discernible valleys. The spine just kept changing. It's nothing, man. I'll wait for something to develop on XXP. Great. What are we? Oh yeah, we're like less than 20 likes away from 500. Let's go, dudes. Yeah, we're 11 YouTube subscribers away from 33,500. Easily achievable if we put our minds to it today. Yeah, I don't know, man, if we're going to consider the shirtless stream as an episode. Anything on Twitch, kind of like, meh. I don't know, just leave it be. What's up, Ray Miller? Thanks for the sub, dude. That's another bearish trend. All weed stocks are bearish. Very bearish. Still in their correction. from the crypto bubble, right? I mean, like it went on its run when crypto went into a bubble in 2017, and it's still been correcting. At least crypto has recovered multiple. It's been in multiple bull cycles, while weed has not gone into any bull cycle. It's just been still bleeding out, and that can make sense with a federally illegal substance, at least in the U.S. But, you know, again, it's not like that big a deal. It's like a range. You're stuck in a range, and here's the 200 moving average. There was hidden divergence, played out, fell back into the range. It's kind of like a bullish range, I guess. Continuing some hidden bullish divergence on this low, but man, yeah, I don't really know what is up. The thing is, about canopy growth, it would be a position trade. It's not like something we're swing trading or anything. You just go to the daily. All you have to do is the daily. And this is it, man. Right? Something terrible could happen where we solve again and make a deep retrace. Would be probably more likely in this asset class. But if all stays the same, we keep on marching up. I mean, you're talking eventually between $28 and $40. Eventually, if you're patient. This pattern, again, started its development in May of 2017. That was before the crypto bubble. And so look where we are. You don't understand why cannabis is still illegal federally. It's called yellow journalism, and boomers fell for the yellow journalism. Imagine living in a world like the boomers where they didn't have the internet and a lot of information and right the diffusion of journalism, right? They were influenced by whoever like wanted to post things in newspapers, magazines back then. They had to say. William Randolph Hearst, biggest piece of crap out there.
Hey, much love from down under. Could you give me your opinion of Vale and Nickel mining stock?
Sure. Thanks, Jason. Four-hour broadening top-ish, maybe kind of like right-angled and, you know, ascending broadening formation just immediately off the bat.
Possible Gartley entry hit today on Cron?
I don't know, dude. We can look at it. Rick. Cron, as long as it holds above that ice line from, what was it, 2016 or whatever, it's fine. But it's the industry's terrible. Like, who's buying it? When's it gonna happen, man? I mean, it's just gonna be a slow, methodical thing until a catalyst happens. Like, I don't know, maybe the industry becomes federally legal. Excuse me. Definite bearish divergence, but then the bearish divergence plays out, and then you just form a higher low. And now you have hidden bullish divergence on the RSI. My God. Like a low, a higher low. So impending price action continuation the upsides.
Local debate on WHR. The buddies are waiting for $190. It looks bearish to me. Target $168. Cheers.
We can look, Jason. Thank you, man. So that could imply it's going higher. I mean, right after the classic bearish divergence, it turned into hidden bullish divergence, and now it's going again. I mean, there's gaps everywhere. It filled gaps. There's no value here, obviously, right? You're like a 78% retrace from your high to low. So I'm just looking at something that's had a really nice run that might be showing a bearish pattern, but if this actually plays out on the daily right here, I mean, eventual target you could see like 1275, and that's a gap fill that hasn't filled right here. 1284. Oh man, what a bad trend, you know. Let's see if we could bet this makes sense, right? Right there. So you're still in a downtrend. And in the top of the structure, like the supply line, the major historical supply line that goes back to October 2018 is around 1235. That's definitely got to be noted. You got to be cognizant of that. on Veil. So I don't know how you fill the gap with that big supply line there. There's a bunch of sell orders. It could then reverse there. But the good news, I mean, these channels, you know, like you whipsaw out, you could whipsaw out again to the upside. I've seen that happen. So, I mean, this is like metals, dude, right? Sure, is nickel a precious metal or just an industrial metal? Proof mining. So there's still probably room to run, but certainly no value area. You're kind of high premium from the previous high to low, 78% retrace. Ugh. Not much of an edge for a swing trade or position trade right now at this current time, and that happens.
Could you take a look at CHZ if you have the time? Would love to hear the talk on it.
Sure. Appreciate it. Sautry, 10 pound super chat. So Kron broke a demand line. So trash, dude. So bad. I mean, it's just, it looked good, and then earnings. And when earnings come out, that's like helping market participants realize what's happening, what's kind of going next. Okay, so, you know, after a bad earnings like that, I've said it before, like, after that earnings, how does this thing catch bids now? Like, how? It was so bad. It was, so you should maybe not expect much for a while. It's coming down and it's testing these major ice lines again from 2018. Hey man, hopefully you can just end up making a higher low than 484, and then you could have 3 rising valleys, even though it looked almost like you had that already. You're just praying now that one of those ice lines, it pivots again. But yeah, I mean, it technically is kind of okay until it falls below like $5, 513. All right, so earnings killed it across the sector too. David, I'm in the chat. That's cool. Thank you, David, man.
Is that a joint?
Bruh.
It's not David Mon, it's David On. Thank you, dude. You misspelled your last name. So that's 610 patrons, only 8 more for the golden retrace, the 618. Unbelievable, dude. So, I mean, bearish convergence on the oscillators, just nothing, man. I mean, this doesn't look good, but again, it's safe until it falls below these ice lines. That's all I can tell you. Safe for now, but starting to get monkey S. Sit down 1.61% today when the S&P today hit all-time highs. Not a good sector. And it's good we've been able to talk about all the sectors today, right? Like, or about, you know, how to size up an equity. Jeez, man, Whirlpool, crazy. Yeah, I would look at this, and this is nuts, dude, right? It was like in this nice channel anchoring on the top, and it has broken out of it. It's at all-time high. Man, this is just... Is it all-time? No, it's not all-time highs, right? Wow, sorry. This goes all the way back to 2015. So you were talking about it looks bearish. My God, it looks like a runaway. There's no bearish divergence on the daily. From this high to low, it looks like it's aiming for 189.95. 4 hour, there's some bearish divergence on the 4 hour. I mean, for sure. Obviously, this isn't a swing trader area, right? So, like, you know, the technical analysis I provide is pretty much trying to always find an edge on a market or an asset so we can trade it. I got nothing for you here. So I just hope people understand what TA is. It's not like this. You look at this anytime and you find out that there's an edge on the market or TA's fake. That's just not how it works, you know? So it looks like a target is you're getting closer to 189.95. And look at all these peaks here. I mean, my God, there's just too many peaks. 193.50, a major one. Yeah, look at that. Let's go back to daily. We could probably adjust the channel at this point and everything could be confined within it. Big one's selling off a little bit, 12,015. We got 37 minutes till your daily close. Here's your issue, you know, it's like, my God, nuclear on the RSI, you're like 83, 82.5. Why this could be stalling out soon is just because look at all the, you haven't seen negative momentum since July 2nd, right? So that you're starting to go negative. So, you know, reversal could be coming. And here's this peak right here, another peak right there from January 2018. It's very close to the 1272. You could see that, and that could be a big reversal point, you know, where we kind of correct and pull back some. But no edge, just straight line up, man, on the daily. Or we're looking for harmonics, right? And here, it's not much. So I think this probably has a little bit more room to go. 189.95. But definitely no edge for a trade per se. Okay, sorry if your friends, you know, are judging me because I couldn't tell them, you know, oh, I know it's going here or there. So something like this. CHZ on the Australian Stock Exchange.
Thoughts on Sam? Thanks, Mr. Page.
Sure, thanks for the contribution. There's nothing I can do here either, right? You know, sometimes the requests, people just want to see their asset that went insane, and it's probably the news cycle, and that might be the reason why you're even requesting it, because you didn't even know about it until the news picked it up, because it went up, you know, 100 plus 2,000%, whatever it is. 16 cents. Probably think, I mean, it almost touched it, not quite. On assets like this, there's nothing you can really do. I don't even know if earnings came out or what. Dude, hidden bullish divergence. I guess, yeah, you got maturing hidden bullish divergence on the 4 hour. That's it, dude. So maybe, you know, there's a combo, right? You're at maybe a critical support from history. Way back, right, from August of 2013. And at that August of 2013 support resistance after gapping up, you then show impending price action continuation on the upside. That's a combination that might work. It's, you know, again, on a situation like this, I have no idea. I don't even know how much this is Australian Stock Exchange. No idea what the volume is. So if the TA is respected, then the next move would probably be up. But to the extent of how high, I have no idea. Like that, you know, you can see maybe where it's going next, but it could underperform, make a lower high and dump again, and eventually see 16 cents. That's it. That's the only kind of edge you have. This one's not that interesting. It's kind of, you know, it's okay. It'd be better to have that on the daily, right? But you don't. Bitcoin's now only at 12,000, when just a little while ago it was at 12,100. Get wrecked, Bitcoin. Get destroyed.
Hey Mitch, can't say it enough. The Patreon Discord is the oasis we've been looking for. What do you think of the Czar? Break out or fake out?
Thanks, Hudson, man. Well, I'm glad you're getting value out of the Patreon. I think everyone is. I think all 600 plus people are getting value out of the Patreon. 610. Oh, we can look at ZAR. ZAR. Oh wow, I don't even think I've ever looked at this before. Really? Boston Beer Company, SAM, S-A-M. Sam Adams. Samuel Jackson. On the daily, what do you want from me, man? What am I supposed to do on an asset that looks like this? Wow. It obviously has been on a crazy, crazy tear. What was this old all-time high? Jeez. It had been killing it. Its old all-time high before Corona was August 2019. and was on the way to all-time high again, and then it dumped, and it really outperformed. It didn't dump much at all, and then look what happened. Once it broke that all-time high, this is what happens. This is why I like the S&P 500. If it really breaks its all-time high and then back tests it for a minute and holds, I mean, this market cycle could continue for longer than you can stay solvent, okay? Or prices could go much, much higher, and again, asset bubble, where it's like, oh my god, dude, I can't believe Amazon just hit $5,000. What? Tesla just hit $3,000, maybe even $5,000 if things are stupid. Okay, so that's what can happen when you break all-time highs. Walmart all-time highs. All Walmart did today was back test its previous all-time highs, regarded as support. That's it, dude. That's a good thing. It did it for its first time. So. Can you come home and cut up the channel score? $111 Patreon pledge.
Is that a joint?
What?
Bruh.
Are you just being nice? I didn't even know you could do that. Thank you for the for joining the Patreon, but also, I mean, adding. Well, I don't even know how that works, Brad. If you don't know, for the first time in history, the prices will be going up next month. So we're talking September 1st. It won't cost $100. It will cost $130 to join the Patreon. But if you join this month and then you renew your Patreon for next month, it will only cost you $100 until you eventually cancel, if you ever do, right? So you'll be grandfathered in. That's why there's so many people that have joined the Patreon this month, because they're going to re-up next month and they don't want to pay $130. They just want to pay $100. So it's advantageous to join now rather than next month. Broadening top stuff, maybe? I mean, I'm trying to make sense of Sam Adams' beard that is literally parabola, crazy, straight line up, right? Hey, at least I can see it on the daily a little bit. It was like that. Maybe just adjust now. I mean, there really is. Actually, there's not. There's only bullish convergence. It's not even hidden bullish divergence. That's unreal, dude. Yeah, broadening top pattern. Haven't seen positive momentum on the 4-hour since July 30th. I'd say the rich get richer, maybe, you know, in this situation. Like, this is pretty interesting. A bullish continuation pattern. You can treat broadening tops like this, kind of like bull flags. But a strategic entry. Maybe a gap fill at like 817. God, this thing's so high, right? Like, eventually, if this thing ever broke out of the pattern, you know, how do you measure broadening tops? Kind of like pennants, where if it ever broke out, wherever it broke out from, you know, we can just extend this. You know, wherever it broke out would be the measurement of the structure, and that could put you at like 1,042 or 1,043. You get it? So there's like a bullish continuation on the 4-hour, and it's kind of visible on the daily, but, you know, I mean, look at earnings. Look at the volume that came in. I wonder if this is a breakaway gap. Super strong. But remember, like, reversal, bullish reversal trade setups, I think are the best. Continuations are okay. Like, this is a bullish continuation pattern, or potential bullish continuation pattern. We're looking for, like, major reversals, like bullish Gartleys at supports and stuff, right, that have retraced deeply. This isn't, there is no retrace here, right? It's just a pattern. So, okay, the megaphone. Why is beer mooning? Good question. I don't think all beer is mooning. Somehow I've been live for an hour and a half now. Just instantly. 30 minutes go by. Like it didn't even happen. Okay, it's a you looking for real estate futures, or are you looking for the aerospace and defense ETF? Like, because XAR is futures. So I need to know. Hudson, which one? Which one are you talking about, dude? So Mauricio. Yeah, Hudson. So just 12,000 in on Bitcoin, 27 minutes to your close. Hey, remember this pattern was on Netflix and Amazon? And it played out like to Jesus on those, dude. You want to see it? I think I got rid of it on Netflix. But maybe it's on Amazon still. Probably not. God, hold on. Nah, it's not there anymore. It was right here, though. This is how it all started. Amazon like broke out all-time highs, and we're like, hey, dude, it's a broadening bottom, man. Right there. And there's the partial decline on it. It hit the top of it, sold off. Bullish hammer. Amar, I'm the chat is cool.
Is that a joint?
Amar, thank you, dude.
Bruh.
Welcome. Please be sure to sync up your Patreon to the Discord. 611. No, 612 patrons now. What? So, broadening top, just another example I remember from history, just from Amazon. And this is what it can turn into. Measure move, the size of it, obviously one much higher, right? So what did he say about XAR? What was it? Mueller? Just reading, because I don't... I don't know which one to look at. I'm a guest. I'm a guess. Let's just say the aerospace and defense fund. It's an ETF though, so yeah, he didn't mention which one. So we might as well just be looking at Boeing or Lockheed Martin or something here, you know. There's an ETF. Inverse head and shoulders that kind of has already played out. Selling off. Dude, this just... what do you want me to do with a chart like this? There's so many gaps because it's an ETF. It follows underlying assets. Oh my god, dude. No. How about we don't do anything you just sang to me? Chance President chat, let's go!
Is that a joint?
Bruh.
Yeah, I'll make sure Chainlink creates us a golden retrace golden mean ratio official overlay if we get to 618. All right, dude. We could plot like a channel here, I'm sure. Let's just try it. Let's just screw around. Since, look at that. Oh, you fell below it. Maybe we adjust now. New data, we adjust. We even adjust here. So just 1 and now 2 and 3, I guess. You're still inside of that. Support resistance, a big resistance right here. Peak. Oh man, this kind of reminds me of the S&P 500. This is like the same analysis we were given on the S&P the whole way up, right? Where you just finally get into these big potential reversal areas. It's like if you break one, you go to the next. So you got to really break this 9160 area. If you can break 9160, I think there's a real good chance 9712. You break 9712, 10126. That's about all you can do right now. So you're below that. You fell below it. So you got to get back above it, hold it, and then eventually you see 9712 again. And I mean, there's just ample amounts of support. Look, there's a support at 89.78. There's one at 85.62. There's chop everywhere, man. Everywhere. Yeah, look at that. I mean, that's it, dude. Right here. Break that. Could have another $6 run up. Okay, we're looking at the right thing then. Good. Good. There's no edge for a trade right now. Man, there was like a really nice inverse looking head and shoulders, but it kind of already broke out and is already selling off. And look at the 200-day moving average. Ouch. All right, you can't figure it out, man. It's still below it. You got to get back above that eventually. We're good. Yep. I guessed right. Hudson, help! I'm here. I'm here. We're literally looking at the aerospace and defense ETF. We've been looking at it. I didn't even do an analysis on the other one at all. So we're good, man. Oh, good, dude. All right, so 20 minutes to go until your daily candle close. If you have to ask Brian P, certainly. If you have to ask, is this an S-coin? Yes, it is. Is it S-coin territory? Yeah. What's up, Rygar? You know, like this engine did? Up 1.44%. One of the only green assets on the day. Remember Vchain? It looks just like Vchain, like Dragon-esque. Kind of like broke out, kind of double bottoming now. But the daily, weekly, I like the way it looks. Technically, I like the consecutive higher lows. I like us butting up against the major resistance. And when we do and we fail, where are you going? Only to make substantially higher lows than the previous lows. So like my whole thought process, Rygar and patrons, about engines, like it's like Tezos. Same feeling, which is me looking at charts and sizing it up. That's kind of the thought process I'm using on engine, like Tezos, from, you know, the trade setup earlier this month. That on the next day shot up, right, 30% or something. So no. Rotato Chups, no. In Patreon chat, no. Notice how it's a 46% retrace, therefore it would have to be an 88% retrace on D. It'd be a bat, it can't be a 786 retrace. Who do I for the NBA championship? That's actually happening. I don't know. Someone can answer for me. What's the best team out there right now? The best players? I don't know. Maybe David Solani. It's pretty ugly, dude. Pretty ugly.
How you doing, fine sir?
What's up, Unemployed
Quick
Baker?
question. What settings/tools in TradingView do you use to mark a measured move? I have struggled for weeks to do it. Keep up the work. Join the Patreon views.
Thank you, dude. Really appreciate the support and the Patreon advocacy. It's real, dude. It's not a joke. Patreon's real, dude. You're actually, if you want to apply yourself and invest in yourself and get better and maybe find a new hobby or a new thing that can make you money on the side, Patreon's a good start. It's a great start to entering this world, for sure. That's why so many have. Okay, Unemployed Baker. So very, very easy. I'm gonna just try to do this real quick.
Check out rep/ETH on Kraken. Low risk opportunity.
Oh man, an ETH pair, getting into a new paradigm. Illiquidity. I'll look, dude. Thanks for the 10. But look, education, it's very easy. Can't remember which, where is it? I think it's here. All right, so left side of your screen. I know you can't really see it, but just bear with me. All right, the arrow. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the seventh entity down. prediction and measurement tools. All right, click on that, and then you go down to the price range tool. Then you hit it as your favorite, so it pops up here to where you don't have to worry about doing this every time. So you go down there, the price range. That's the tool you use. All right, so say you have like a pattern. Hey, I've got an ascending triangle, man. Very good triangle identification. You did great, man. All right, so from the bottom of the structure to the top, we use that tool. All right, click once, and then you go to the top, and then you unclick it, and you do that because sometimes other things can be selected with it, and you can duplicate multiple things. You don't want to do that, so you unselect it, and then you hit Control, and then you click on the side of it where you can see the top and bottom anchors, right? Control, I'm holding Control right now, and I'm about to click it now, and holding my mouse, pulling, boom. And then I'm letting go of Control, Kings.
Bruh.
That easy. Does that work? Did that help, Unemployed Baker? Let me know. It should have. Are we cool?
Bruh.
Wow, dudes. Rep or augur to Ethereum requested by Brian. There's that ice line back there. You've ever since then you've just been correlating to it. So eventually in history you've always gotten back above it and had a big move up, but how long will it take?
I had been cloning it.
Perfect, Unemployed Baker. Glad you now know how it's, how I do it. I don't know. So thank you, dude. Skyward actually finally got it too. Dang, dude. Very good. So with rep to ETH, yeah, normally historically you always get back above 5,242 ways. That's the anything to the Ethereum pair, anything to the Bitcoin pair, Satoshis, anything to the Ethereum pair is ways. So 5,242 ways is your critical ice line from history. It's really kind of like a little range here that you're certainly below right now. Not really clear divergence. I get there's a low and then a lower low, but it's not really that clear on the, the RSI, you might be showing some divergence. Okay. It's the daily. All right, you're kind of double bottoming on a double bottom. These are decent combination here where, it's like the daily, one bottom, two, but then like right here, one bottom, a second bottom, and you're showing convergence here. It might play out. Yep. Convergence, divergence on the oscillators. So I think your first target from here, if it actually did reverse to the upside, would be 5,242 ways, and then above that, 5,464 ways. But you're asking, it's a dragon. Is it a dragon? I don't know. It's too far, man. Like this, that is too high. Like you want a dragon, like you want a proportional, stuff. Like maybe it's starting here would be good. Thinking about it like this, dragon, where you broke the dragon spine. Okay, that's maybe a little bit more logic. So you broke the dragon spine, and now you're kind of double bottoming on the break after breaking out. So it's not like the worst idea. It's definitely not like looking at Whirlpool or something insane that there's nothing we can do anything about it. At least maybe it could be a value perceived area, but you're below the critical historical ice line. But you're trying to hold on to this low from April. So if this actually holds, then it could be a good opportunity. If it was, then I'm going from the top of this dragon. I don't care about the top, like way up there, dude. Okay, I don't care. So easy target, easy clap. 6,156 ways in time if you're patient. That's it, dude. Okay. Let's see, I don't know, man. Like X, A, B, C, D. Could be like 113% retrace from this low, too. I don't think it is. I think it's far too close, but it's a decent idea. It's not the worst one, man. Alright, there you go. That means that Augur would actually have to do something to the US dollar, and Ethereum would have to plummet. Ethereum would have to suck, or do nothing, while rep to the US dollar appreciates in value. So that's a combination, man, like really tough to, you know, gauge. Oh, nice. 135. Yeah, we'll put that in the educational clips. Yeah, there we go. Less than 11 minutes to go to your close. Really, well, I don't know, man. Rep. Again, I would just prefer to find something with more liquidity. I don't know, Johnson & Johnson come to mind? I mean, nah, screw that, dude. Screw that. Not sexy enough. So you're now, like, under the 11.9. I mean, you're right at it, actually. So, mysteries abounded. Discord link posted. Join us if you haven't. It's in your best interest if you care about learning this world. The world of TA, charts, trading, all that. And thanks for the 1,250 people tuned in. Thanks for the 607 likes as Bitcoin's continuing to slide. Now, with only less than 10 minutes to go in the daily, now falling below a critical support. Leaving us wondering even more. So it's running the clock while Bitcoin sells off some. Yeah, wrap it up. We tried our best, dude. Yeah. We're screwed, man. Daily. Whatever. You can see that big red candle that was at one point today a bearish engulfing candles just building again, and it's not. I mean, you have to close today below 11,918 to get a confirmed bearish engulfing candle. So really, again, no technical damage done. And all you did was yesterday closed right below 12,312, which was that wick high from August 7th, 2019. And today we tested it once more and failed. So 2 times. We're just respecting a local high from 1 year ago. That's all that's happening for now. More selling. With less than 8 minutes now. Been a good stream. I really appreciate everyone coming out, watching. But you know how it goes, man, right? We do analysis, provide value, and then that's it, dude. Then we do it again the next day, and then sometimes we go live for price action. But again, just because today there's been a little bit of selling, absolutely zero technical damage has been done. Hold the suspense, dude. I'm gonna watch those only things that are up right now. Engine, ZRX, and BAT. That's it. Everything else is in the red, including Bitcoin today. Oh. What you're doing, like, is you've fallen back into that triangle, and now for the second candle in a row, 8 hours, right? You're regarding the breakout point as a resistance again. So it might be confirming to market participants that this resistance is real, and we could spend some time back inside the structure. It's possible. It's what support resistance testing is. So just because a triangle has a false breakout doesn't mean the pattern's invalid. There's something called premature breakouts, which Google it, look it up. Volkowski. Oh yeah, Theta was cupping. Yep, that's another one. Yep. Sure. No, Damien, the price goes up to 130 next month, so.
Thanks for looking at Bizarre. Have a look at PSB, PS Business Parks, bullish cipher.
Punjab? No, PS Business Park, okay. It'd be like Punjab, dude. Bullish cipher? No, I mean, not even close, right? You're probably just being like X. A, B, C, D. What do you mean, dude? It's almost just like a big channel, dude. Making higher lows. It was like a bearish bat. Almost. I don't know what you're talking about with that. Structure, dude. All these ones, man. It's like, is it one bottom, two, three bottoms and two peaks? Is it like three rising valleys? I mean, these are fine. They're showing some classic accumulation, double bottom, and now higher lows. So you could look at it multiple ways, man. I guess you could say, oh, yeah, dude, it's like a supply line would be there if it ever recovered. Look, you know, it's like a triangle. It's price contraction going on locally. So nearing the demand line. I mean, if you were ever lucky, yeah, the best entry ever would probably be like 112 to 115, because X, A, B, C, D, but you may never get down there again. Absolutely. I don't know, it depends. If you start pivoting now and you make a higher low than 127, then yeah, hidden bullish divergence on the daily. But I don't see what you're looking at. I don't see any cipher at all. Am I crazy? Price contraction, but with higher lows. Okay, so the big area, like the big deal, PSB has to eventually get back above 137.45. Look at this. How many times? 1 time, 2 times, 3 times you failed. If you ever get above that for real, that could be a real good indication of where you're going next. You could go to much higher prices if you break 137.45. There's that one peak right here too, 143, 40 on the last high. We couldn't breach that. Those are big areas where there's sell orders, but breaking it, man, there could be a lot of upside potential. Okay.
How much can you take a look at
2 minutes.
Shopify? Got it at March lows, sold at 1,040, back in at 967, considering an exit.
Well, the asset bubble keeps going, man. This thing is ridiculous. So you bought more at 900 something, would you say? Okay, at the bottom there. Bullish. Oh, really nice bullish. Of course, hidden bullish divergence, right? It was like from here to here. Was it there? I think it was. Oh, it just like continued on. Look, a low, a higher low, then a higher low again. You got like you had triple RSI, hidden bullish divergence on the daily. Bullish convergence right now. Oh man, I just tell you, it's next target's 1100. After that, I mean 1200, 1300, 1400. It's stupid, dude. This seems a gap fill. Is there even a structure? Yeah, let's look at the log scale. Yeah, log scale might be nice. Alright, so it just looks like Nvidia, looks like Amazon, looks like it's a high flyer and has a lot of upside potential. It's at all-time highs. I know, it's insane. It really is. But if you're just looking at structurally, it's great. It's being confined within that demand line, and there's a supply line up here. I mean, you're just thinking that the first target, if it keeps going, is $1,100 because that was your all-time high on the 5th of this month. And then above that, my God, you know, $1,400, $1,500. Okay, here we go. We are closing the day on Bitcoin below about 11,981. Close below it. Still, you didn't bearishly engulf, but you were pretty close. Pretty close, man. Really, it's not the worst thing in the world. I mean, technical damage, minimal. You just squared up, right? Exchanges offloaded their position at a break-even price at 11,940-ish. No big deal. Still a higher low. If you can even believe it's still a higher low. If we ever pivot anywhere where we are now with no lower prices, we'll be showing hidden bullish divergence in the 4-hour at some point. So still a very bullish trend. It's confirmed. Dude, a weekly breakout 2 weeks ago, and last week we had a back test confirmation. It confirmed the bullish trend we're in on Bitcoin. Like, you couldn't even really kind of say that until Sunday evening when we closed. And now we can. Kind of with a little arrogance. It's the trend's bullish, man. Bullish trend on Bitcoin, not bearish. You made it, dude. Yeah, did I do it? I don't know, maybe I did. Sorry. Not healthy? What do you mean not healthy, dude? Who cares? It's whipsaw. You had a big green candle, you had a big red candle. Didn't even engulf. You do understand, yesterday Bitcoin closed up at its highest level in over a year, right? Yesterday. Not a week ago. I mean, you can't say anything's weak or bear. It just happened, man. You had very little selling pressure come in on that red candle on the daily. It's not that big a deal. So... I guess so, Hudson, man. Yeah. But you get to become an indoctrinated Marxist if you go to real education college classes, right? Isn't that how it works? You must pay 50 to 200 plus $1,000 to become a communist. It's not a very good deal, man. Yeah, composite operator does have everyone shook for sure, dude. It's so weak, dude. It's so weak. Okay. Based on nothing. Based on your emotions. That's for sure. Yeah, I guess. I'll do one more.
Last one. Can you take a look at DKNG? Appreciate you.
Oh, it was great. Great recovery. Remember, it had a double top and then actually almost hit the target, but didn't. And now it's showing bullish convergence, getting ready to go again, man. I mean, that's the way it looks to me. Ridiculous, right? Like, how could that even be a thing where it is? Let's see, we got, I bet you there's like a trend line right here. Yeah, so that's the supply line, the major one. And just descending, broadening wedge. So, what's going to happen here? If Donkey Kong or DraftKings hits 39.68 again, we're going to have ourselves a partial decline confirmation. And you know what happens when partial declines become confirmed, right? We have a 70% chance of a breakout to the upside. So the target of this pattern is, you know, 45 bucks. So that's not equitable at all for a trade. But so we do get a partial decline and let's take a long on it. It's probably equitable to go from your high point to the low point here. And your first target could be at 51.80. Right? Beautiful descending broadening wedge with a potential partial decline right now. And it's not confirmed until we test this supply line once. That's all we got to do, one time. Isn't that crazy, dude? Be careful though, because it could be a Gartley. Oh god, at the 786, right? Look at a bearish Gartley pattern. I don't think it was that volatile. Not near volatile enough to like usher in a complete trend reversal, but you know, it's like, you know, 61%. And then your 786 is right here. I mean, that's a textbook bearish Gartley. So things to consider here, right? Ugh. It sucks, right? You got a Bulkowski pattern, but right after that, you got a really reliable bearish reversal pattern. So have fun with that. And that's why it's like better to maybe, maybe I shouldn't be trading an asset that did this. You know, it, from, you know, the bottom to the top, 330% change in value in 81 days. Man. Just don't know what to tell you. So if the bull trend's to continue, then you're going to see 51.80, 61.47. You'll invalidate the bearish Gartley at a price of 41.31. And my God, it could go to extreme levels, 100 bucks, you know, eventually. 100 bucks, the 2618 bib extension. All right, so some conflicting stuff going on DraftKings. Make of that what you will. So you'd think even if it hits the 786, it pulls back a little bit and then just goes again because the trend is extremely bullish. So these bearish patterns may play out, but they would often underperform and then you just run again to the next high. All right, I think we're good. So Bitcoin's just still continuously back testing 11,981 as a resistance. This is like the third time. And, you know, that keeps up, then eventually you might see yourself down at 11,600 and change. But if you never make a low lower than 11,800, then hidden bullish divergence will eventually start. I mean, it's developing now, but it'll start maturing and we'll start getting that negative momentum waning. It's just waxing right now. It's building. So once it starts diminishing the negative momo on this higher low, then you can say, hey, there's 4-hour hidden bullish divergence. That means impending price action, continuation of the upside. So I need some more data here on Bitcoin before we can say with certainty it is a form of hidden bullish divergence. Okay. So we're sitting at 613 patrons. I can't even believe it. Thank you all so much. Remember, if you are a patron and you're not in the Discord, you're doing it wrong, dude. Real wrong. If you're not a patron and you're not in the Discord, you're also doing it wrong. Everyone, no matter patron or not, should be in this Discord. And I want to say I appreciate so much all the support, the likes, the love. 650 likes. 1,300 people watching. Meh. Only about half of y'all like what I'm doing, I guess. And that's okay. Understandable. Yep, so just a few more patrons, still 618. I'll be back. Till next time, respect the TA.
My name is JP. I am a robot. I like robots. I have a robot vagina.
Bow to your sensei. Bow to your sensei!
Adios, turd nuggets.